Hey YouTubers, trying something new today. So y'all will get to watch me on this experiment and see how it turns out. A friend of mine gave me this really awesome Lane table. It's a mid-century design from about the 50s or so. And I've got a little room in the house where I've got a few other pieces of mid-century furniture. And it looks pretty good out here, but the, uh, the surface on it is kind of crackled and rough. And the whole thing, it's like whatever finish it had on it is sort of worn away. My friend who gave it to me, he's had it stored in the attic of his garage for 10 or 20 years. So needs some TLC. And I was going to, well, I've been watching other YouTube videos. I was going to strip it down and sand it and do all that. But I've seen some pretty miraculous renovations done with this Restor-A-Finish. It comes in several different colors. The mahogany looks like about the right color here. Some of the other colors were a little too light or a little too red, but reading the instructions on this, you just rub it on with a cloth and wipe it off with a cloth, or if you've got a little bit of rough surface like I do, they recommend some 4/0 steel wool. And I just tried a little test section on the underside of the drawer, and it certainly doesn't do it any harm, so I'm going to give this a shot and see how this goes. It also says let it dry. You rub it on with the steel wool and then wipe it off with a towel or cloth and let it dry 30 minutes and then come back and wax it with the Howard brand Feed-N-Wax furniture wax. I haven't bought that yet because frankly I don't know how well I'm going to like the results on this, and so if this turns out nice and I like it, tomorrow I'll run out and get some of the wax. But I've been thinking about doing this for years, and so I'm fixing to have at it. So I don't think it's going to take long. I think this is probably a one beer at the most, maybe 2 beer project. So here goes. Well, already I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Here you see the untreated finish. And this part I just wiped on with steel wool and wiped off with a paper towel. And this wood is really dry and it's really soaking this stuff up, and I really like the looks of it. It's not really changing the color. You see here, it's just sort of moisturizing the wood and filling in the scratches. I'm really liking how this is looking so far. I wanted to show you how it has not changed the color of the wood. The drawer is still pretty much the same color as the top is. It just sort of revives the finish that was there. And with a coat of their wax on top, this is going to be amazing looking. And I don't know if you noticed in the video earlier, there was a little blemish here, and that's now covered up. And they say this stuff will even fix water rings. Now, some of these darker marks that were already darker than the surrounding wood, of course, it's not going to help that any. But some of the lighter areas, it's really doing a nice job on. So here's the Lane table back in the house. Like I said, this piece sat for many, many years in the attic of an unheated garage. and some of the finish on it, you see a light area right through here where the original whatever was on there, I don't know if it was lacquer or shellac or whatever, it's just gone. And you know, if I wanted to do a full restoration on this or pay somebody to do it, that would be an option, but I really just wanted to make it look a little bit nicer and make it where it didn't look out of place with my other pieces. And I'm really pleased with how this turned out. The Restor-A-Finish exceeded my expectations, and the Feed-N-Wax exceeded my expectations. So with just a few hours effort and about $25 in cost, it made a huge improvement on this piece, and I'm so impressed with both products. I think I might come back and try the Feed-N-Wax on my other pieces. They really don't have any scratches to speak of, and they're much better condition finish on them. But I really like that Feed-N-Wax, and so I might just go ahead and try that on my other pieces. Anyway, like I say, this is my first minor restoration on a piece of furniture, and it worked out really well. Cost a lot less than I thought it would, took a lot less time than I thought it would, and I feel like I got a big bang for the buck as far as the results. And this is good enough for me. Like I say, I'm not too worried about this. I don't want to put any more effort into it. I'm just going to enjoy it. So if you found this helpful at all, please like and subscribe. Thank you.